Hello, I'm Maura Carley, founder and president of Healthcare Navigation, and today we want to address the very practical topic of overpayments. Overpayments to providers are more common than people think, and they are unfortunate because when you're in that situation, you want your money back, you want a refund, and it can be challenging. So a couple of practical tips. One is to try to avoid that situation if you can. Anticipate what you might be charged. So obviously you have to know enough about your benefits in order to do that. But what I learned with a recent situation is that there's a lot to be said for using your credit card when you're in a situation where there is patient responsibility. And remember, that's in the deductible, of course, the deductible period, and you may owe a copayment, you may owe co-insurance. So very briefly, I had a physician appointment the first week in January, and my plan has changed so that certain types of appointments don't require that you meet the deductible, just that you pay the copayment. But the person at the desk where I was seen was adamant that I owed more, and I didn't want to be obnoxious about it, so I just paid that amount. But I expected it to be easier to get a refund when the claim was processed showing that I was correct. So I had one phone conversation with the biller in that office. She agreed with me. She said the administrator would send me a check. Weeks later, I called again, and she said the same thing. She would remind her. But then I just said, you know what? I put this on my credit card, so I will dispute that. And when I looked at my statement this weekend, I had the credit. And that's rather pitiful to be a patient of many years in this practice and have to do that. But it showed me there's a lot of value because you don't want to call again and again. And frankly, so much billing has been outsourced to big organizations in other states, and that can even be more of a challenge. And also, an interesting situation that occurred this weekend, we received a bill for anesthesia services associated with my husband's day surgery. And I had forgotten that we had already gotten a bill and paid that. But I'm a pretty cautious and frugal gal, so I double checked. But I was pretty close to just using the flexible spending account to pay the provider. And once again, if I had done that, we would have been owed a refund. So what happened? First bill I paid was pretty modest, and that payment wasn't reflected on the second statement. So again, I'm just going to sit tight and hope that the payment clears, and then I'll get a correct bill, and it'll still be pretty timely. But it's only March, and well, this probably won't air until April, but we're not using a lot of medical services, and to see that there are just problems even when you're in network and a very well-known patient. So please be on top of this. Try to avoid overpayments, but I have to say there's something to be said for using a credit card, and the ability to dispute a charge is just, in my limited experience here, very, very worthwhile. So keep that in mind. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.